You're listening to 182.3. Care what people think.
Hey everyone, welcome back to today's episode of the Care. If people, Oh my gosh, bro has a fucking beard.
Bro, no, I just don't. I actually can't even see it. That's what we're talking about, not being bored. And I chose to not shave for 2 weeks, and this is what the grossness.
You didn't
looks
choose
like. I've never
that,
done
bro.
this.
You just, bro was too lazy. He woke up, dude. No. He wanted to suck on something during work. He got bored, and he just wanted to, grow out a fucking stash.
I actually hate, facial hair pisses me off. And I remember my brother was always like, I wish we could have a beard, Will, because genetically no one in our family has beards. But he was always like, I want a beard. It's factually true that women like beards. Regardless, it's off topic, but
dude, it looks good. Beards, I'm serious. It really does look good, man. But you look like Darwin Núñez, but cool as fuck. Anyway, if for those audio listeners, Will's never grown facial hair.
It looks bad. And it looks bad.
It genuinely does.
It looks.
Good. I'm not. As your friend, bro, I would actually tell you if it looks bad. You're in the awkward phase. It doesn't look bad. Everyone looks somewhat bad in the awkward phase, but you're getting through it. Anyway, bro, we got to talk about the topic today. I miss being bored. Do you miss being bored, Will?
Yeah, that's why I had to do this. This is the only thing that changed my life.
Well, I swear I'm young at heart. I think you probably feel the same way, but we both have bedtimes now. So that fucking blows. Before anything though, we've been putting a lot on YouTube, all of our visuals, and then I'm not gonna lie, me is not been doing great with the clips, but your boy is popping out the clips, and keep looking at those on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. We really appreciate that. But I will say we start with something we're proud of from the previous week. I want to talk about what I've been doing to stay not necessarily bored, but I would say to kick back and do something that I enjoy. So I usually use my weekends to stay back, just make a meal, kind of relax after the long weekend. But instead I've been trying to mix that in with traveling, with being on a budget. Right. And so for the last 2 weekends, I went back to Colorado to see my family for the 4th of July. And then I also saw my friends in Dallas, which was a great time. And actually his sister had a bachelorette party. So we all met up this past weekend and just had a really, really good time. Didn't overdo it. Weren't getting absolutely hammered. Right. But we stayed up and just had a really good time. But yeah, no, like I said, traveled on a budget, caught up with some old friends. Also just took this quick trip, which was literally 48 hours. And I felt refreshed. Although this is a whole nother story. Both flights got fucking delayed on the way back due to weather reasons, which is a whole nother story. I still felt like it was a really good way to, clean the slate of the week. And instead of thinking about the week starting again, I was just kind of distracted, hanging out with friends and having a good time. So I just was reminded of how important it was to balance rest with staying connected with your friends. And
nice.
Yeah, I'm proud of myself. I'm going to continue it though. So
nice. That's cool. If you can't tell, I am trying to spice things up with, because I am not, it's harder to be bored when you do have the routine of job. I mean, I'm bored at work in a sense, but it's not I can come home and just fuck off for 8 hours and just do nothing.
Yeah.
So we got the standing desk. This is the first episode I believe I'm actually recording it stood up. And I'm going to be honest, this is me standing at normal height. But my face is kind of out of the frame. Yes. And what's even funnier is that's the ceiling. It actually looks like my head's really close to the fan.
You're just going to get whacked by the fan.
I've hit my hands up before and they just hit the fan. So, I thought it'd be fun to record while actually standing because I've never done that. So I have to pop a squat. So I'm doing leg day during this whole episode, just so you know. That's the commitment that I put in.
You're good, dude. I see the sweat dripping down your face, man. I can see it, man. First, I thought you were going to say this is the first time I stood up today, so I'm just glad that you said after work. So.
I mean, I probably... No, that's a lie. I drink
that's a whole nother thing too, but bro, desk jobs. Fuck.
Yeah.
You just can't.
No.
Your legs, bro.
This is
turn
a
into
hack.
Fucking yeah. Whatever. Anyway,
Hack.
continue.
To stop, if you're bored at work, what I do is I just down water. I down it. I had 6 of these today. So it forced me to get up, and then it forced me to go to the bathroom. So I guess I was bored, but at least I was wasting time. And I do the Ryan tactic. I go to the bathroom that's the furthest away from the goddamn office. I'm going to take my time. I used to be a tryhard Andy and just like I'd go to the nearest one and be like, I'm going to save as much time. Yeah. Speaking of being efficient, bro, do you know what's... Okay, talking about being bored and trying to relate it to having fun and relaxing. At a desk job, like Ryan said, your legs turn to mush. And you've talked about it before. You had a coworker that was like, actually, I'm going to work through my lunch. And then they go home and they're like, actually, I'm going to get ahead. Dude, why did I take my lunch? I came back. My coworker was still there. I was like, oh, okay, I guess they're still doing whatever. I wait like 30 more minutes. It's 4:15 at this point. I took a late lunch. It's 4:15. I go, oh, so did you take your lunch yet? And they're like, no, I'm going to take it right now.
Bro, don't you leave at 5?
No, we leave at 6.
Oh,
but bro,
still.
They worked 9 hours in a row with no break. What are you doing? Why?
That's me every day, dude, to be honest.
What? 9-hour shift? We don't get paid hourly. It doesn't matter if you put in more hours or not. Like, I don't know. That just pissed me off while I was at work. While I was in the middle of being bored and I started watching YouTube on my laptop, I saw that and I was like, there's just no way. There's just no way.
I mean, I haven't had lunch yet this week. Well, no, I had it.
What?
I had it today, but I haven't.
You haven't
I'm
eaten.
serious. I've worked 9 hours in a row.
You didn't eat any food today.
I've literally had lunch drop, which is this thing that like is basically DoorDash for work.
So it's food,
like corporate
so
jobs.
Food.
Yeah. They drop it off like at your door, right? And then same thing with like I pick up Chipotle for 5 minutes and I come back. I haven't had a lunch since today, and then I would say it's been almost a week.
A lunch break.
Yeah.
Oh,
where,
I thought you were saying like meal, and I'm like, how the fuck did you go more than 3 days without eating?
No.
Okay.
I gotta eat no matter what, bro. My coworkers can go like fucking 3 days without eating, and they're like, "Yeah, we're on diets." I mean, they are a little bit obese, no hate, but low key, and that's not even a shameful thing. They are trying to cut their calories. I'm trying to increase my calories, and I can just tell that they're fine. But it's fucking crazy. So, yeah.
No, I just had to say that. A point that I feel like, I feel like this always comes across, but like, being bored is so important because it gets you to do shit you never would have thought of. Because I can't remember what documentary I was watching, but they were saying like boredom is the feeling you have when you're lacking. Oh my God, what's the word? Not astigmatism. When you're not stimulated. There we go. I have 2 astigmatisms, but stimulated is when boredom kicks in. So you do shit, right? I was bored, so I went on YouTube when I was like 8 and I found Lego reviews. I then thought, oh, I can make my own. That's what I did out of boredom. I technically met Ryan out of boredom, I guess, because like I was bored as a kid. I got put in soccer because my dad played soccer. Out of boredom, I'd practice. I'd get good. Ryan and I, in our own individual like main character movie lives, we got to the same level. And then when we were wanting to get better, we then got put in a group with a coach and then we met. So like, you meet tons of people, you do new hobbies. I don't know. I'm also a type of person that really values variety. So like for me, like when I look at my YouTube channel, I can be like, look at all the shit that I did in this year and this year. And like that to me is cool compared to being like uncomfortable with going outside the box. Does that make sense? I don't know.
Totally. Now you're doing it with facial hair, so I respect it, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but you had a really good point, man, with like nostalgia too. Like just like looking at like Legos, like that's just a part of you, right? And that'll never go away, I would say. I would say like a good escape from reality nowadays is like playing video games, literally juggling a soccer ball outside, or even like playing spike ball. I know I don't have the people for it, but like these things all like remind me of like connections, family, friends in some way. Also like I recently just like ordered a shit ton of art supplies, and like when I ordered these art supplies, it like made me, oh, bro is literally juggling on camera. No, that is not him clapping his balls. That is him hitting a ball with his
You
feet.
see this ball?
I mean,
This is from 2014.
bro's hitting it with the bazooka. The 2014.
Zach bought me this. Sorry, I don't know why. This is the flattest thing ever. I had it.
You're good, bro. It's Wilmar, dude. It's fucking Neymar Will combined. That's who you are now. No, either way, bro. It's just nostalgic, right? And like, I feel like these moments of these like super special things back as a kid, they were just normal life back in the day. And I think we took a lot for granted, but at the same time, man, we've worked towards who we are as people now. And if we were back as little kids, we're like, holy shit, we've built such an awesome life for each other, and we're only going up in life. So, yeah, man, I would say always like stay connected to your roots and stuff. Like, you obviously know you had a different life back then, but at the same time, man, like, yeah, always know that's a part of you. So that's really cool. Oh, by the way, when you popped off your headphones, I said that I'm picking back up art, man. So that's another thing.
Oh, lit.
Although it's boredom to some extent, it kind of gets my mind off of a screen, and yeah,
What type
I really
of
enjoy it.
I know the art. I know Ryan. Ryan is this guy. Pottery.
I'm not fucking drawing the pottery, bro. I'm making pottery.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I'm saying. You're doing the whole, the scene.
You're lucky you didn't have your headphones on, so you get a pass. No, I said drawing, so.
Oh, okay. Are you doing like
landscapes?
Oh, okay, landscapes. I was gonna ask if you were gonna do like subject drawing, where you like put like an apple on a table, and then you're like, let me just draw this, and you shade.
I like that more than drawing a person. Don't get me wrong. I like drawing parts of people, like eyes or a smile, or like fucking honestly, just parts of a face are really interesting to me. But then I would say the biggest thing is like nature, dude. Like, I just love just the detail in it. It's pretty cool. So
that's cool. I know you were also saying, I think you said that a year ago or so. There is like part when you were like, I'm also wanting to get in photography and use that as a thing. It does suck because now it is totally different. No shade, just truth. If you're born basically after 2010, the internet used to be a place to escape reality, and it was like the Wild West. No one fucking knew what was going on. See, it literally was a seclusion zone, really. You could be alone or with like a small group of people, and now it's the opposite, where if you want to actually be with a small group of people, you get offline and you just don't even interact with, because you're okay, I don't want to say it's a guarantee like it's easy, but like if you make a certain comment on Reddit or on TikTok, you will get tens, if not hundreds, if not thousands of people that will react to you, which if you spent every single day to try and, what is that study is like, if you spent your whole life trying to shake hands with 100,000 people, you couldn't do it. So that's why YouTube videos are insane, because they get like millions of views or whatever. Yeah,
it's a great point. It's definitely it's swapped for sure.
This kind of just relates to like being bored, or not even being bored. This was low-key just a funny ass story. I was bored in the back of an Uber with Paris, and we flew to Orlando because she had a dance congress, and we're driving. No, we're not. We're in the back of the Uber. Dude's driving. Dude's making small conversation. Immediately, this guy was actually funny, and he was talking instead of just being like, "You like the weather? What are you guys doing?" Bro literally said, "If you guys want to hear a crazy story, my whole apartment flooded." And we went, "What?" Yeah, he went.
Oh, that's brutal.
This is the craziest unlikely story ever. He went, Florida has some pretty crazy stories. There's some pretty wild people there. He said there was an argument on the floor above him. He didn't actually tell us this was his apartment at first. He set the story up as there was a fight going on between a couple on the second floor, and one of them pulled out a gun and went to shoot, and the person aimed their hand down, like hit their hand down, so they shot the bullet down, and our driver was asleep. And so he was laying in his bed, and the bullet went right next to him, because his whole story was, he's like, I'm single, but I sleep on one side of the bed. It's kind of weird or whatever, but you know what? It was lucky in this situation. He literally, if he slept in the middle of the bed, he would have gotten shot. And when the bullet passed through the floor, it broke a water pipe. So then the whole fucking thing flooded his apartment. He was just sleeping. He was sleeping and he woke up to a fucking flood.
Holy
What?
shit, but it would have been better. It's better than not fucking waking up at all. Damn.
I was in Florida for 20 minutes and I heard that story. What?
Oh.
Yeah, no. That was it. So I just cuz like
Yeah.
I couldn't even make that up. Like
No,
what?
that holy shit. And if that was me, dude, I would have got shot in my ass cheek because I usually sleep face down, like fucking spread in the
Spread
fucking
eagle.
whole bed, dude. I would have been shot in the ass, dude. And I probably would have bled out and then flooded and fucking drowned. So yeah, damn.
No,
Is
you
so
would have seen
fucking
blood and
random.
then fainted. That's why.
Yeah, that's also true. I would have tried to pull the bullet out of my ass and just died then. So you're not wrong. Honestly, man, I want to bring it back to like the soccer days because I mean, this is completely different tangent, but like we would literally live, breathe, eat soccer. And then when we weren't, we literally went to school and bragged about it. And I just feel not even bragged about it. We were wearing our coats, we were wearing our fucking swag, and everyone was like, "Oh, you're part of Arsenal? Oh, you're part of Storm." Like, dude, it was literally a personality trait, right?
Biggest rivalry, yeah. Yeah.
It was, right? And so the reason why I want to bring that up is because everyone, in my opinion, that played either soccer or was like somewhat in our boat felt more connected in person than I think maybe ever before with anyone. I could see my friends or family, no planning, no juggling schedules. We would just be able to like see each other. That was just the tight knit group that we had, right? You could send one text or make one phone call and you would always see like 10 people if they were down to hang out. And I don't know, it just always felt like you were a part of something. It gave you that personality. And not to say it's worse nowadays, but that was just kind of like the boredom factor. You could always rely on people.
Yeah.
And I don't know how you feel about that, but like there's a part of me that always misses that to some extent. Being able to, drive 10 minutes, see you, maybe even play soccer. Fucking, yeah.
No, that's it's really true because once you're bored and you just start doing things, you do build like a community, or at least you're a part of something. So you can just rely on being around people because of that thing you end up doing. Like there was this one time where Ryan and I weren't super close, but we got invited to a birthday party. And speaking of when we were wearing our Storm and our uniforms and stuff, we had Nike joggers on, jersey on. We had just came back from a game. We had our jersey on. We were all sweaty. We had our coat on. And this was the night of someone's like homecoming, I think, on our team. And we got invited and they got to go home and change. But Ryan and I live so far, we didn't get a change. We literally showed up to a school dance in cleats and shin guards and jackets from soccer. We were full of just soccer uniforms. And to make it even weirder, we were there. Zach taught me the fucking backpack kid dance. Shit. That was the first time he was the head of the game though, because that was like 2016. Yeah. That happened. Tell me why the DJ stopped the music. Do you remember this? The DJ stopped the music.
Yes.
All the lights turned to like a picnic pattern of like white and red stripes, and its swing dance just started. What? Every guy,
all 20 people,
all 20 people, they were just like grooving out, and then it just stopped, and all the guys just took their jackets off and just grabbed the girl and just started dancing. Like I'm like, that was scripted, and we're standing there doing the fucking backpack shit in soccer uniforms. Yeah.
And the only reason why we got in because Zach was friends with the girl at the front who didn't give a shit of who to let in. It was like, I think tickets were like originally like $20-$30 and we just walked in sweaty as shit, sitting in the corner and learning the backpack kid dance, dude. But the funniest fucking part is like, we actually knew people there and I felt so excluded. It felt like a fucking rom-com.
We were so
like, it felt
bored.
Like, bro. It felt like some rom-com was getting filmed and like we were just standing in the back like, what's up?
Yeah, we were the extras. Being in a gym on cleats is just diabolical. Because like, what is that? What is that? And we didn't get a chance to go home and we were like 15, so we couldn't drive.
I'm surprised that was allowed, but they couldn't have a song with the S word. They couldn't have a song with shit, fuck, crap. Not one song, bro. I'm telling you, this is the most PG bullshit. This was high school, by the way. This is not elementary. Like, what? Insane, dude. So,
Oh, that just reminded me of that.
Yeah.
I did want to say something that I feel like you don't, kind of relating to like back in nostalgia when like longing for the period of when you could just come home and you don't even have to it doesn't even come across your mind of like I have 4 hours to just play video games or free time to do whatever. Because now as an adult, your thinking is I have 4 hours of free time. Great. How can I get ahead of cleaning or laundry or whatever? You try and just stay ahead.
Or now you
And,
label them as special plans. You're like, I'm
True.
excited to have a special plan of playing video games.
Yeah, Ryan and I have a 3-hour time difference. So now we have to schedule our gaming sessions, which that is something we didn't even I never would have thought of as something you would have to do. Either way, correct me if I'm wrong. I think this is true. You know how people say winter season, summer season, what's your favorite season or the fall or spring, whatever? Summer is the worst one by far. Do you know why? Do you know why? Summer is
Sure.
the worst season by
Go
far.
ahead.
Once you graduate college and you get a job, there's never a time where you don't work in the summer ever again. So then life is teasing you, doing a lap dance on you, if you will, about having nice weather outside. Like, hey, go touch grass. Hey, there's a pool outside. Hey, go get tan. There's vitamin fucking D outside.
Do you want to hear the cherry on
For
top
3
of that?
months.
My dad's a fucking teacher, so bro gets to lap dance on top of me, even though that sounds terrible. What the fuck? There's like 4 teachers in my family, dude. What is that shit?
But you know what I mean? Like, you don't realize it because I hate working during the, like, I like working on my stuff during the summer. But once you work for someone else's bullshit during the summer, you realize, oh, this sucks because I'm inside for someone else's cause so I can survive. And I don't get experience outside. At least in winter, it's like there's nothing to do outside anyways. But I didn't realize that until the last year and a half of working at my job because this is my second summer I'm working inside.
Dude,
It's
you are
ass.
so fucking right about that. And I'm so lucky to have met this person in college. It was actually my advisor, right? She told me if you ever move somewhere cold, make sure you have some time off to be able to like travel and stuff like that because you get shorter seasons. She actually told me this. And she was like, if you move somewhere hotter, then you're going to have a winter that's less like you can go outside, still enjoy your time. So like being in North Carolina and you probably in California, winters are mild enough where you can go outside and it's not just like you're sitting in, right? So I'm very blessed in that way, but you're so right, bro. Like school and just life for the last 20 years has taught us you have 3 months to do whatever the fuck
Yep.
you want.
Yep.
And now it's just backwards. Now we're actually surviving. We're not even living. We're barely supplying food, scared if we can pay rent. Oh, wait, can we afford this meal out with our lovely girlfriends? No, you can't because rent is due. And then guess what? You have to come in Monday through Friday and you don't get to enjoy June, July, and August like you normally do. So, you're so
Yeah.
fucking right about that, dude. And oh my gosh, it makes me mad, dude. Especially when my dad texts me and goes, "Hey, heading up to the cabin today. Probably just gonna chill up there and yeah, have a great week." I'm like, you.
That's hilarious. I didn't know there's multiple teachers in because that's true. No one in my family gets the 3-month period off. So my family's more like, welcome to the club. Welcome to the depression club. You don't ever get to see outside.
On top of it, my girlfriend is out of school on vacation, and her mom is a teacher. So when I FaceTime them, I FaceTime Grace, right? After work, they're both just like, "Oh my God, we had such a chill day." And I'm like, you.
No, do you know what pisses me off?
Fuck.
When you call that one unemployed friend during the summer, pick up. Hey, how are your plans doing? Oh, not much. Wait, today's Wednesday? Oh, I didn't even know. Fuck off, bro. Yes, it's Wednesday. I woke up at 6. I woke up at 6 and went to the gym.
One of my friends did that on a Friday, and that made me so mad. I was like, I've been grinding for this day. Finally, I get to sleep in for 2 days. Holy shit.
No, that comment really does piss me off because I have some friends that are also still in school. It's literally two people, and they're when during the summer they just go like, "Oh, it's like Monday." I didn't even know, and I'm like, I knew it was
Bro,
Monday
I didn't even
because
pull
I
that
had
shit
to.
when I was in school because I felt like I still had a routine of some sort. I
Yeah,
don't know.
same. Well, I'm not gonna lie. During the summer, I literally would be like, I don't know what fucking day it is. Every single day is
Actually,
Friday.
you're so right about
During the
that. You're
summer,
right.
like we would just, it would be like, hey, want to come over, and then FIFA until like 3 a.m. and then boom, that was it.
Yeah,
So I
that's
understand
true.
where it's coming from, but it's not something you realize until you get into it. The problem is once you get into it, you literally cannot come back out, and that's annoying because yeah, it just makes me think of all the times of like Xbox 360 or Xbox Live where you just play online. Literally every single day is just Friday in the summer,
Yeah.
and yeah, you got to be. I think it's crazy because you can't. I don't think you can fathom not being bored when you don't get the time to
To
not
be
be
bored.
bored. Yeah,
Yeah. No, it's
which
true, bro,
sucks.
because like I looked at my parents back in the day, right? And I was like kind of in this ignorant state of mind where I was like, I'm never gonna have to do what you shitty ass people do. Like I'll never have to buy my own groceries and like, wipe my own ass. And guess what, bro? Now we're fucking doing it.
Now he has to
And
wipe his own ass. Now he
yeah,
has to
bro,
wipe
I
his
have to wipe my own ass, dude. I stopped when I was 21 and moved out, but
own
just
ass.
kidding. And dude, another thing, doctor's appointment, dentist appointment,
Oh yeah,
car checkups, fucking
insurance.
oil changes, insurance, card
Yeah,
payments, groceries, let alone a whole nother payment, girlfriends. Bro, like
yeah.
holy shit. It's yeah.
Yeah.
So no man, it's all about taking the steps, dude. I think we're both growing as really fucking good people. I think we have good heads on our shoulder. But that's a whole nother thing is if you really can't get it through your head that we're growing up and you're stuck in like the
Yeah.
boredom days, that's a whole nother thing. I've met people that are still unemployed and think life's gonna just like,
Yeah.
hey, you can have a 10-figure job. Like, hey, no,
Yeah.
it's not gonna call you by its name. You have to fucking work at it. So um
I would say an advantage to having girlfriends, um, for me and Ryan is when you okay, maybe there's also friends. You are a bit in a different position because your main friend group all now live in a different area. But like if you have close friends or a significant other, it's harder to be bored when you have someone to always be around. Cause like we'll do random shit like on a Friday, we'll book out because we're adults, we'll book out like 3 weeks in advance. Hey, let's go to Disneyland because we pay for a Disney pass because fuck it. And then we go to Disney. And then we see shit like we actually haven't seen anyone like famous or anything there before. But like I've been there when there's like, do you know the whole fucking cast of Love Island just went to Disney like 3 days ago?
I'm not surprised, bro. They're
Like
fucking
and
loaded after the season, dude.
so it is that is an advantage. So I'm not trying to dunk if you're like single, but it is hard. It is hard. Which is why
Well,
I
I
use
think
my escape as like work on
yeah, but I
weekend.
mean to that extent, dude, if I was single, which I was for 22 years of my life basically, I would say like family you're keeping closer. I would say you're just more in
Yeah.
contact with them and then also like your friends, whether they're like there to give you a
If
hug or whether it's a phone call.
yeah, well, if you have friends in person, it makes it a lot easier. So yeah, if you want
That's
to,
true.
if you're trying to, I guess, avoid being bored in certain scenarios because you've been bored by yourself, um, in person, I feel like help because like we can play games online, but like say you come home from work, Ryan, and you're just like, I'm not really feeling this video game, I'm not really feeling this video game. But then say you want to break from Grace or she went to bed or some I don't know. Now you're kind of like, okay, I
Probably
get
right.
me time, but like bored bored. And I'm like, that's tough because it's also weird to like as this sounds totally ironic and backwards, but it feels weird to try something new when you're in your 20s because there's the stigma of you should have it all figured out by now, which I feel like to me at least translates to, oh, you probably tried all the options that you're either good at or you're going to pursue, so you don't really need to try anything else. And so like for example, if I were to load into FL Studio and Ryan and I start making fire music, like that would feel weird because we're having to learn a new skill that we have nothing to know about. So I know that's just an
No,
uncomfortable thing when it comes to being
you're
bored.
right, dude. I think like a good routine matters more now. Obviously, I feel like it's a lot more. I mean, it's way less random fun, like you're saying. Right. I'll touch on that thing right before I touch on our music, which obviously would be fire if we started. But no, staying connected with people is obviously a lot more effort nowadays, but it's worth it for the right people. And even to have those like in-person connections, whether they're like just acquaintances or coworkers, it's good to have people in person to talk to, right? And I will say, like, you appreciate the moments now with family and friends, and I feel like they're way more intentional, and you can just talk about life instead of like walking on eggshells and talking about grades and like talking about shit that low key doesn't matter. Like, you're now just living life together. So that's a whole nother tangent. That's awesome. For people that are single out there, like, it is okay, and make sure you are having, conversation with people in person. I catch myself during the week when Grace is away, like just being bored and being like in my own head and stuff like that. And I'm like kind of resorting to call her. And instead of that, I try to also just do stuff for myself, right? Like I try to go to the gym, try to go on a run, try to cook, try to do things that also like I'm trying to achieve. Um, but anyway, you talked about music, man, and just like how random that is and how hard of a skill that would be to learn. And
Yeah.
I think okay, I don't use the word
You go,
hate,
I
but-
think this is gonna be easy. Like, come on,
No,
Will, just
no.
cook up some beats. Like, come
Give
on.
me a second. Give me a sec. For the people out there that say, yeah, you'll be shit, you're probably right. But guess what? We're trying it and you're not. So fuck you. And that is a full on thing for people. Anything that anyone says about trying something new, that is bullshit. Anytime, if you put a label on the age of trying things, oh, after 30, you can't try new things. No, like, what I mean? Nobody's gonna actually say that. But if they get like offended or like, oh, you should have already known to do this, fuck that, dude. I don't know. It's just really cool when people try new things. I try to motivate people that do that all the time. Whether it's like a routine of theirs, it's a hobby. It's just, I think it's really cool. And it gives me motivation where with others, it's like a jealousy aspect. I don't know.
Yeah, no, the age thing is definitely that's difficult because I feel like the expectation of like you should be an adult, you should have your thing, like, but like, bro, it takes so fucking long to figure out your thing, and
Yeah. And I mean, like, we have songs in our locker that, like, which is fucking stupid. Don't even get me wrong. Yeah, they're not songs. They're just
songs.
literally killing time with COVID when we had too much time.
True. That was also something. We were bored as fuck because we played Fortnite for 9 hours a day, and we were like, let's do something else. And then we started listening to YouTube type beats, and we're like, we could do this. And then I tried opening up the free version of FL Studio, and I don't know how to fucking work it or at all. And then we would pick a beat, and then Ryan and I would record being as quiet as fuck in our own bedroom, so our parents wouldn't yell at us. So it sounds double cringe, and then pitch our voices down, pitch it up higher actually, because we're 15. Well, actually, no, we're just straight up 19. My voice is just straight up really high. But then we would just practice because it was fun. I think
guess what?
That would be super fun.
We made 5. I'm not even going to call them songs. Whatever, audio samples, because they were just shit. But the first one, and we made 5, right?
I think we made like 7. Across
Okay, let's just say
we did it every day. We did one song.
Exactly. That's what I'm going to say, though. Repetition is huge. Whether we were good or not at it, we were 100% gaining skills. We were 100% getting faster at it. And we were like sounding better. It was just it was awesome. Our first one took like 3 days, which is still like way too fast for a song. But by our last one, we were genuinely doing it within like a day. It was pretty cool.
We did it in the day. It was also the last one I don't think it was good, but it was definitely the funniest one. Because we were kind of, at the time, we were going for the kind of like that, TMG style where it's like comedy rap type of thing. And that was a really random period during COVID. Just like absolute pure boredom, no goal in mind. Just like, this sound is cool. Let me put my vocal sound over this sound in a derpy way because we can't sing. And just, I don't know. The older I get, I'm just like, fuck it. This beard, fuck it. Standing desk, fuck it.
Do kids run away from me when I walk down the street? Yeah, but fuck it, dude. It's not my fault.
I thought you were going to say something so different.
Oh, no.
I I thought you were gonna say little kids.
No, nah, bro, nah. You finish that sentence. I'm not. Hell
That's where I thought you were going. That is gonna be all the time we have today. If you're gonna listen to one thing throughout this episode, remember being bored is essential in exploring new things or hobbies, creating that community of people. And it's essential to be bored. It gets you to force yourself out of your comfort zone and actually do shit you wouldn't normally do, and you don't turn into a robot because you have the rest of your life to be a robot and follow a routine if you get a job, So just like we said, fuck it. And yeah, stop listening to this right now. I want you to go sit on your couch or your bed or the ground and put your phone in a different room. And we appreciate you for listening to the whole episode. Remember, care what people think. I'll see you next week.
See you next week on 182.3.